Good morning. Time to make the coffee. Today's flavor is cinnamon vanilla. I'm going to have that with cinnamon creamer. I've had it before, it's very tasty. So, today it's going to be 84, but it's pretty cloudy with a chance of some thunderstorms. But I don't know, we've had enough rain for a few days. But I was out in my garden today because today is garbage day, and I always have to take out the dog remains. Anyway, I was looking around my garden and it needs some pruning, and I've noticed I walked all the way around the outside of the garden too. One of my fences is leaning a lot, and I knew I had to redo that fence, but I'm going to have to do it sooner rather than later. So, and then yesterday, my deck man called me, and he wants to do the deck in September. So, that requires my schedule of things that I wanted to do to be focused on my outside rather than on my inside. But I am going to finish my dining room before I start any new projects. Now yesterday I did a couple of projects in the kitchen that I wanted to do before I put the island in, but I'm not going to put that in right now because I really need to focus on the outside. It seems like, I don't know, do you guys have this issue? It's like one project is always connected to another project. So sometimes before you can even start a project that you plan on, you have to do something else and something else before you can get to the project. Well, for me, it's my deck coming up because I'm going to make it a couple feet bigger, and that requires me not only to move my fencing around, which I have to do anyway, but I have the issue of my dogs that I have to figure out how I'm going to let them out, because I always let them out through the deck doors. But they can't be in that area when they're working on the deck, obviously. Now I'm hoping it's only going to take them a couple days to get the deck done, but I'm thinking it's going to be closer to a week. Depending on the weather, you never know what the weather's going to be in September, so I have to set up a different system for letting my dogs out. And I know you might suggest that, oh, well, just take them out on a leash, but that doesn't work because they're not used to that, and they won't go potty if I do that. So that won't work. So I'm going to have to let them out through the garage door, and I have to set up some temporary fencing out that way so that I can let them in and out. But that requires me to do quite a bit of extra work that I hadn't planned on doing until October. Because before we know it, September will be upon us, and I don't know exactly what time frame he's talking about in September. I'm thinking about mid to early September, but I don't know, we'll have to wait and see. But I have to figure out something to let my dogs out. I have a couple of ideas, but well, at least I'll get it over and done with. So he gave me a really good price on the deck. My neighbor, her deck is going to be $5,500, but that's with the composite decking, and mine's going to be $5,900 because I'm extending the deck 2 feet. So I didn't think that was bad at all. So I'm very happy about that, because I was figuring just to replace the deck as is, would be about 5,000. So I was pretty close. So to me, extending the deck a couple feet is worth it, because my deck is 10 by 8, and anytime I want to like order maybe a new kind of pergola or something, they always seem to be 10 by 10 or 12 by 12, and it's hard to get anything to fit my deck. So yeah, I'm a little bit stressed about the whole process because I know it's going to require a lot of work on my part. So I may have to enlist the family to help me out, but we'll see. So I really need some coffee this morning because I've been up for a while because I had to take the garbage out since it's garbage day, and then I was assessing my garden to see what I need to do, and I also need to go out there today and do a little harvesting, which I didn't do yesterday. So they canceled my Walmart order altogether, so I won't be getting that because the Walmart was closed because of the tornadoes that went through here, and because of that they're not doing the delivery, I guess. I don't know. So anyway, cheers. I don't know. Are you guys ever happy and stressed at the same time? That's kind of how I'm feeling. I'm happy the deck is getting done. I'm stressed about the extra work it's going to require, and also about the money that I have to spend on it. I have the money saved up, which is good. But, you know, it's still, even if you have the money, it's still a good chunk of change that goes out all at once. So, okay, well, I'm going to go ponder the whole situation for a little bit and sip on my coffee, and then I will meet you over there at the budget book. All right, back at the budget book. So yesterday I did not spend any money. I spent the day rearranging some cupboards in my kitchen to make them make more sense, and I'm glad I got that done. And then, like I said, in the afternoon, my deck guy called me and gave me a price, and I thought it was very reasonable, so I said, yeah, go ahead and order the pieces. And so he ordered them yesterday, which was the last day of no tax day. So yay, I didn't have to pay taxes on the deck. So that was good. And the deck was, I wanted dark railings on my deck, and they're more expensive than just the plain white ones. My neighbor is getting the white railings, which I'm sure will look very nice, but I wanted the dark because the flooring is going to be dark. So he was able to get that, and it was a very reasonable price. So I'm like I said, I'm happy about the whole thing, but I'm also stressed because it's much sooner than what I thought. But he's actually going to be doing my daughter's siding in October, so that's going to be a big job. So I'm willing to sacrifice my time frame, of course, for my daughter. But you know, that's a much bigger job for him, so of course that's going to have a priority anyway, whether she's my daughter or not. So, but I'm happy that she's going to be getting some work done too. And I actually got his name from my daughter. Excuse me. I need a sip of coffee. So, I wish my Walmart order would have come, but I'm going to have to reorder it. But I already paid for it and they canceled the order, but they will credit my account, but that usually takes about 5 days. So I don't know. I really don't want to put it on there again, but I think I'll give it a go, and maybe I'll just try a different store and see what they have available. So right now I'm feeling like there's too many changes happening too fast in my life. It's like sometimes you wait. It's frustrating because nothing happens, even though you plan this and you plan that. But a lot of times you run into issues and problems, and then you wait forever for it to materialize. And then there's the other side of the coin where all of a sudden everything happens all at once and you don't know where to start. So, of course, I had a plan of, every month doing a room, which I still will do, but my plan now has to focus on the outside to get my my garden ready for these fellas so that they can get that deck done. So it's okay. We have to be flexible in life. If plan A isn't working right now, maybe go to plan B and come back to plan A when the time is right. And I really think a lot of life is timing, and usually I find that things that flow into their own time work out much better than if I keep pushing and pushing and pushing to get the time frame to what I want it to be. I don't know. That's just the way that I've found that's what happens in my life. I don't know. How do you guys feel about that? Do you feel like the things that happen in their own time work out better sometimes than things that maybe you're pushing? Like maybe if something is stalled and you've been trying your best to get it to move forward, something else comes up in the meantime that's even better. I don't know, maybe it's divine intervention or, whatever I think it is. I always give, when I'm feeling stressed or disturbed about things, I always give it to God. And I haven't gone wrong by doing that. We don't understand a lot of why things happen when they do, even bad things. But, it makes you realize how little control that you actually have over situations. You can have weather that interferes. You can have other people that interfere, other groups of people that interfere. There's a lot of things that are outside of our scope of control. And I think the more we relax about it and try not to stress about it, the happier we are. So I have to do some deep breaths. I mean, all these things that are going to be happening are positive, but I have to do some self-talk to relax about it. And I do a lot of self-talk. Sometimes that even requires me to look in the mirror and look myself in the eye and out loud tell myself to chill, or if I keep going over and over something that has bothered me, and I keep doing it, I do the same thing and I just tell myself, stop. And that works for me. So I know this isn't really that connected to the budget book, but in a lot of ways it is. because a lot of people, I know I've done it in the past too, stress about their finances. And I think sometimes just by using a couple of the self-talk techniques and making a reasonable plan instead, I think it's very helpful. So let me know what you think in the comments below. All right, well, I'm not going to start in the garden this week. It's already Wednesday. I may do a couple things. I do have to go out there and harvest. But I think actually this week would be a good week because it's supposed to cool off. But whatever I do, I'm going to have to do it in the mornings while it's still a little cooler. But I do have to come up with a plan for my fencing. So right now it's really hard for me to move the fencing because I have so many grapes and things on my grapevines, and they're so heavy it's causing the fence to lean. At least it's leaning towards the inside of the garden. But that's the part of the fencing that I have to move anyway, because when I got my nastygram from the association, it's like, oh, you're a foot over the common grounds. It's like, so what? Nobody is even in my backyard. Anyway, if I can avoid trouble, I will avoid trouble. It's like I said, I have to move it anyway or fix it so that it's a little more sturdy. But, yep, always something. Even though I'm trying to simplify, it's hard work simplifying and getting to the point where your life is simplified. You have to work almost twice as hard to get there. But it's okay. I think it's worth it. And I'll just carry on the best I can. So I'll be okay. This morning for breakfast, I'm going to make a cheese omelet. I have Mexican cheese. This is from Aldi's. I have a couple of they were frozen onion bagels left. Going to have one of those with some cream cheese. And I'm going to make it into an omelet. So I like omelets in the morning sometimes. Sometimes I'll add tomato or, omelets are so versatile. You can eat them for breakfast, lunch, dinner. You can add anything to an omelet. Any veggie, pasta, bread. Eggs are so versatile. And I get these eggs from my daughter's free-range chickens. All right, well, I'm going to go ahead and make this omelet and see how it turns out. Well, here it is. Cheese omelet, bagel with cream cheese and everything but the bagel. Looks like a big smiley face. Looks good to me. So if you don't know what to cook and you have eggs and you have a few other ingredients, make yourself an omelet. Here's another meal idea. I had some potato crowns left. They're all gone now. I'll pick up more when I go to Mark's. I like to keep those on hand. That is one thing I do want to replenish. I have my last bagel here with some mustard. And over here I have some of my homemade seitan with some American cheese that I put it in the air fryer so it's hot. And I'm going to put that on my bagel and make a sandwich out of it. So using up what I have, so if you don't have sausage or something like that, you can take some lunch meat, heat it up in your toaster oven or in a pan or in your air fryer and make yourself a sandwich. All right, another breakfast or dinner idea. Or lunch. All right, here's another easy summer meal idea. So I still have some of the barbecue manwich tofu left that I made the other day. I still have some baked beans that I got from a can. I mixed the two together, and I still have enough for at least 2 or 3 meals. So I'm going to freeze the rest of that because I'm kind of tired of eating it. I've eaten it 3 times now, so I'll enjoy that another time. I have a little tiny bit of chopped up lettuce. I have these 4 little tomatoes. I have 3 sesame seed brioche buns left. Those are from Aldi's. And I have this chopped salad that I bought the other day. So I'm going to make myself some dinner out of these ingredients. Just trying to use up what I have. Trying to save some money. Next month my deck is going to be put in, so I'll need to pay for that. And I want to eat up my food and not waste anything. So let me get this put together and I'll be back. Well, here's tonight's dinner. I have an open face sandwich. You can do this if you just have beans or if you have pulled pork or whatever leftover barbecue kind of meat you have. You can eat it open face. If you want to eat this for breakfast and you have the beans, you can put an egg on top of it. That would be good. Add some extra protein. And then I have a salad here, some chopped salad, some romaine, some garden tomatoes, and I put this strawberry mint vinaigrette on here from Aldi's. So finishing up what I have, and make your food look nice. Arrange it nicely on a plate because you eat first with your eyes. So this is a very cheap, inexpensive meal and very filling. You can put some cheese on top of here if you want, either shredded or slices of cheese, any way you want it. So, all right, there is tonight's dinner. All right, well, it's the end of another day. I don't know where the time goes. So today was a very low activity day for me. My biggest accomplishments were the 3 meals that I made. So just trying to use up what I have, and that's been working pretty well. I haven't really done too much in the way of shopping. My Walmart order, like I said, got canceled. I was kind of glad, but they didn't have any openings. I could have reordered, but they didn't have any openings until Saturday because they lost the power. So I can wait till next week. I mean, I still have enough creamer. A lot of it in the order was just the different creamers I like. And I can wait till next week. I'll just choose coffees that go with the creamer that I have and that I'm going to use. I could go to Walmart and pick up my things, but I don't want to do that either. I didn't go to Aldi's. I haven't gone to Aldi's. I have a list. It's a short one, but I just am not in the mood to shop for food. I have enough here that I can make meals for a long time and not go shopping. The trick of it is to make your meals around what you have. That's the way I like to meal prep, for lack of a better term. I buy the things I like. I keep certain things in the fridge and in stock and in freezer, and those are the things that I make my meals around. I mix and match and do whatever. I don't look for recipes and then create meals with those recipes. I like to keep my shopping very basic and stocked up with the foods that I like. So I've always shopped that way. I've never done it where, Monday I'm going to eat this and make that, and Tuesday and so on and so forth. Because a lot of times when Monday comes around, I'm not in the mood to eat that. But, if in the morning I say, I have a taste for spaghetti today, then I'll definitely have the ingredients in my freezer, refrigerator, and pantry to make spaghetti. So I buy the same things pretty much over and over. They're things that I know I like, and I can, you know, if I buy the fish fillets that aren't real fish, I like the, is it Morningstar Farms one? I forget now the brand, but anyway, if I buy those, I can make fish tacos, I can make fish with mashed potatoes, or fish with rice, or, you know, so keeping basic ingredients of the things that you like, it makes it much easier and much cheaper, in my opinion, to make healthy meals. And I try and keep it as simple as possible. I make my meals, I flavor them up with a lot of spices. I like to keep the ingredients on the lower end, but I do like to add a lot of spices to my foods. Making soups with what I have, with the produce I have, whatever I want to use up. If I have some bagged lettuce that I need to use up, I can throw that in the soup. I can throw it in a stir fry, or I can eat it as a salad. So those are the things that I buy from week to week, and I certainly don't always eat the same meals. I have a lot of variety in the foods that I eat, so I don't get bored with it. And then, like I said, the food that I have left now, the beans and the tofu manwich, if you want to see how I made that like 2 or 3 days ago in a video. I'm just going to mix the two together, and then I'm going to freeze it, and I may keep some of it out and put it in a soup. So just to flavor a soup, that would be delicious. So, all right, my friends, well, that's all I have for you today. I want to wish you abundant blessings. I love you guys. Be good to yourself. Be good to others. God bless you, and I'll see you next time.
If you enjoyed this video, please subscribe, comment, and like. It helps my channel grow. Don't forget to share, and thanks for watching.